Hey there, beautiful souls. Whether you're focused on your career, your finances, or long-term stability, this intuitive career and money tarot reading is meant to find you. If you're new here, welcome to Universal Wisdom Tarot. And if you're returning, thank you so much for being here again. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe for ongoing spiritual guidance and clarity. Let's take a deep breath together and ground into the present moment as we uncover the opportunities, challenges, and guidance unfolding for your career and financial path. Ready to see what's coming in? Let's dive in. Hey there, beautiful Aries souls. This is your career and money reading for mid-July. I've already asked for blessings for your reading, so let's get the cards out and then we'll connect to the energies. All right, Aries. Interesting cards on the table. From a clarifier perspective, you have 3 pentacles. This 7, this ace, this knight. You have 3 cups as well, which is the 10 of cups, the 8 of cups, and the ace of cups. So some very interesting and nice energy on this table. Let me first off start by saying that somebody out there is extremely ambitious. Somebody out there is just saying, I have this desire, this is what I want, I'm going for it. And it's like your ambition is in overdrive. And it's like you want to pitch your ideas. You've got all these bold ideas and you want to pitch them and you want to get out there and you want to do things and you want to move up or get something out, if it's, your own business or your own, you're trying to launch something. But we can see very clearly in your current general energies that there is something that's holding you up or holding you back from doing that, all right? You have the Hanged Man in the current general energies, right? So that is an energy of being delayed. Maybe an energy of something is sort of suspended, being held up, held back, held on to, right? But there's a very strong sense that you're waiting for this thing to move forward. So maybe you're waiting to hear back from an interview. Maybe you're waiting to hear back from a client to sign something so you can make some money. Maybe you're waiting to hear back from, or you're waiting for the opportunity to apply for a position. You're waiting for to hear, somebody says, there's a promotion available. Okay. So it's something here that you're waiting for. You're trying to push through. You're trying to break it. You're trying to get to the other side. And the good news is, my friends, I do see the breakthrough coming. Okay. There definitely is a breakthrough coming for you. And definitely you're forging a new path ahead. All right. There's definitely a new path for you. And there's definitely a new path ahead and you're forging toward it and you're going to break through the other side. All right. So whether it's a job opportunity, a financial breakthrough, a promotion, a business growth, clarity about what your next step might even be in, this situation for you. That is certainly ahead. Um, but what's very, very interesting is, despite the fact you have this hangman, you have this 10 of cups and this 7 of pentacles here, and it's very much not, I would say, an empty pause that or suspension or delay that you are experiencing, you see, because when we get the hangman, that's really a sign we should be trying to look at this situation, whatever it might be, and look at it, look at opportunities as if they are from a different perspective. So, you know, it takes courage to look at something from a different perspective, but it also takes innovation, right? So sometimes we have to think outside of the box because all we can see is the one thing that's going on, and we're pushing, pushing, pushing at that wall, or pushing, 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 trying to break through that wall. And the innovative idea or the innovative way of looking at that blockage is to say, well, what else could I do? I could go over the wall, I could I could dig under the wall, or I could find the end of the wall. It may take me a while, okay? But to look at it from a very different perspective, all right? So I feel like you are certainly inspired to approach this, okay? Whatever it is in your work, career situation, maybe a financial goal that you're trying to achieve, but you're very inspired to approach it from a very unique angle, okay? And try as you might to determine a different approach in order to pursue, I don't know, something that, this, whatever that this goal is. I feel like it's been lingering in the back of your mind for a long time, or you were maybe not as active in terms of seeking it out as you are now, because as I said, now your ambition is like, that's it, I'm going for it, let's do it, let's get it done, let's take action here. All right. So I would say that, yeah, you're definitely going to trust your instincts as you steer forward here. And you have this 10 of cups, which I love, the 7 of pentacles, these two here. This is kind of like saying, um, there's definitely fulfillment here possible for you, possibilities of fulfillment that are tied to some stability, some long-term security, some kind of something that you're building for the future. But it also feels very, very satisfying for you. So it's not just financial success. It can be financial success for some of you, but for others of you, it's, just having a stable home environment or what have you. All right. So it just, for the 10 of cups, it's extremely fulfilling. You see that possibility. The 7 of pentacles says, you may also, though, equally, for as much as you're in overdrive, your ambition, you're trying to break through, you see that fulfillment, you are at an evaluation period, is what I want to say. So you're looking at maybe your current investments of time, how much energy this is going to take out of you to do this, the effort that you need to put into it, and will this truly pay off, right? So sometimes that's like saying, yeah, I want to have this extra money, but that might mean I need 2 jobs. So I'm trying to get the second job. But oh boy, if I get that second job, that now I don't have my evenings to myself. That's energy, that's effort. I'm going to be more tired in the morning because I'm going to be working 2 jobs. All right. So something along those lines there. All right. But I do feel like some of you have put out a lot of effort already in this. And so you're just kind of maybe waiting for the rewards, and that might be the breakthrough. Okay. But the rewards, I feel, are definitely going to come. All right. Now, let's get into your challenge. You have the Wheel of Fortune, Ace of Pentacles, Eight of Cups. Major cycle in terms of a turning point for you and turning point in your favor, right? So, but in order for the turning point to arrive, sometimes that's related to divine timing, right? And it also is related to it requires you to walk away from something else, perhaps. Okay. Whether that's walking away from something emotionally, something physically, or something energetically. Okay. So something clearly that, doesn't serve you anymore. Okay. But for the greater good of the Ace of Pentacles, making more, having more, making more money, right? Perhaps potentially that's your case. Maybe you're, saying, I really need another job opportunity to come my way so that I can leave the existing one. And maybe that's your breakthrough because you're saying, I need to break away from this. Okay. For some of you, if you run your own business, it's not so much looking for the job, it's looking for maybe a new partner, a new client, or what have you, so that you can make more money and, maybe drop an existing client who takes too much effort and energy. Okay. Maybe for some of you, this is you're looking for being able to walk away from some investments that are not serving you. So you're looking for, waiting for your financial advisor or whatever to get back to you, and you're just maybe not hearing for haven't heard from them, and you're just waiting for that phone call so that you can say, yeah, let's review my portfolio and see what's going on here so that I can dump the old stocks that are just holding me back and rejig this thing. It's time to make some more money. Okay. That's what your challenges sort of are in this period. So looking for that change, hoping that change is going to happen. And as I said, this could be related to anything, a financial habit, a mindset, a business direction. Okay. It could even be an attachment to how you thought success was supposed to look. That would be a mindset that needs to change for something to break through, all right? Or to have a breakthrough. Definitely a real opportunity available to you with that Ace of Pentacles. Something very tangible, a contract, a raise, some new income, a new revenue stream, a business opportunity, right? But definitely a new beginning financially there, okay? We always have with the Eight of Cups a little bit of hesitation because it does mean that something which oftentimes feels familiar to us may have to drop. So it could also be it's just a little bit of a fear of change, right? We don't always like change. So if it is that you just want a new job to come along, and for as much as you're ambitious and want it and want to change and want to make more money, leaving the other job, it feels familiar. That means sometimes you need to start over again, and that brings a little fear because we say to ourselves, well, I have to prove myself again, or I have to make new friends over there, and people here, I'm very comfortable here and they know me. So if if I'm not feeling well in the morning, I can take an extra hour in the morning to come in a little bit late and nobody gets mad at me. So there's a comfort somewhere that may have to change. That's the challenge a little bit or the fear that you could be having. All right. But let's move away from that because, spiritually, you're definitely stepping into a more aligned future. This is going to help you if you get over that challenge and just say, okay, listen, it's a challenge. Yes, we all have challenges every day of our life, but you can step into something much more fully for yourself. Um, you know, Everything is a stepping stone. Just think of it that way, especially if you're looking at greater financial desires, and you want something quite, big for yourself. And sometimes we have to take a little stepping stone. So maybe this is not the ultimate position that you're looking for, but a step to another possible something after that. So really the long-term planning is what I'm saying. Now, to get to your outcome, you have the Moon, clarified by the Knight of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups. At first, the future still feels a little uncertain or difficult to see for you. So with the Moon, the Moon's light is not very bright. So we say to ourselves, I know that opportunity is there, but is it really going to come? It's when we start to have a little bit of self-doubt, all right? And I would say to you, don't worry about that, because you have the Ace of Cups. You have the Knight of Pentacles, which means it says the breakthrough is coming, but it's just going to come maybe a little bit on a timeline that's a little bit slower than you were hoping for. But there's definitely a new path ahead, because you couldn't have this cup of fulfillment and of happiness otherwise, right? So the Moon definitely is also a card of intuition. So this is where your intuitive abilities will matter more than your logic, okay, as it relates to the next phase of your career and financial path. So not every answer might appear immediately. That's the first thing I want to say about that. But the Knight of Pentacles, as I said, that's kind of incredibly important here, because that's an energy of steadiness. It doesn't mean it's just going to come and that's it. It's steadiness. One step, the second step, the next thing, the next thing, the next thing. It's very methodical energy, and it's very steady energy. All right. So definitely feeling that things are coming one step at a time. Take the stepping stones, hop, 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 and then you'll be where you want to be, okay? Not overnight success, sustainable growth, consistency, discipline. That's what pays off. And it's going to pay off big time because of that Ace of Cups. So definitely some renewal, a fresh sense of passion in your work life, in your career, in your money, aspirations, whatever that may be. And I feel like for some Aries out there, you're going to discover that you feel generally fulfilled in your work, and maybe you haven't felt that for a while. Others of you may simply just be feeling hopeful again. Okay, or more hopeful than you have in the past, because maybe you're coming through a draining cycle because of that Hangman. So when we get put on pause and we're trying to break through a wall, that is exhausting. Okay, because we're trying to crack, we're hoping, and nothing cracks, right? Definitely something is on its way to you, improvements on its way, and stability looks real, and it looks lasting, my friends. All right. That's where I leave your reading for today. I hope something resonated. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you again soon. Until then, I'm wishing you divine light and love.